Fast Filippos Papafilippou looking to continue his dream weekend at the FIM European Drag Racing Championships from Santa Pod. Fast Phil just locked up his second championship and only his second year in the category, and he became the second quickest drag bike racer on the planet with a pair of 5:66 runs. With his opponent broke for the final round, the Gulf Oil Top Fuel Motorcycle team decided to throw everything they had at this motorcycle, turn it up, and take a shot at Larry Spiderman McBride's 561 world record. The question was, would the track hold it? Let's find out. Oh, 1,500 horsepower plus of inline four-cylinder nitro methane Puma power overpowers the racetrack. But man, you got to commend this team for going for it. It sure was fun to watch, and congratulations to them on a dream weekend. Phil wins the championship and leaves here the second quickest in the world.
We'll keep going. Thank you very much, sorry about that. Anyway, but the winner, this is going to do my voice, the winner in Top Fuel Bike, setting new records in Europe, running 3 of the quickest passes in the world, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Filippos Papafilippou, everybody. Well, I think it was only.
Well done, well done.
There is the beautiful championship trophy, and it is my pleasure to now introduce the two-time European champion, Fast Phil Papafilippou.
Correct.
Oh man, I got it.
You
Thank you
did
so
it.
much. Wow.
It's like doing a 5-7 run, telling my surname. So difficult.
I finally heard them say it. I got it right. I better get it right, because Phil, you are here to stay. I just made the case online that you're the quickest learner I've ever seen in this sport. 2 years, 2 championships. You're now the second quickest man on the planet. What's your reaction to what has to be a dream weekend?
Absolute satisfaction. We are happy. The whole team is happy. We performed well. We were lucky also. We got the damage last night, as you know. We managed to fix it. Today, we didn't want to push it in elimination round 1. I launched really well 0.97, which is I think the best ever 60 feet for this bike. We've been consistent this weekend on 60 feet, always 0.97, although the 5.6 runs were with 1.01 and 1.03. Then we fixed a little more the 60 feet. We got 3 times 0.97. This morning I did the elimination round 1. I saw Dale on the left lane. Dale leaks, he read lead. So I protected a little bit the engine because it was hurt since yesterday. Then we said we need one more round to get the points and the championship. Let's make it very soft. And this is what really confuses me, because we made it really soft. We took out ignition, we went down on the nitro percentage, we went down to 82%, down on everything, soft clutch, and the bike, we went to elimination round 2 with Steve Woolard, and the bike ran 570.
That's staggering to
Yeah.
me. Staggering. The 66s kind of overshadowed the 70, but if we're gonna have to do the tabulation with the statisticians out there, the 70 has got to be one of the top 10 passes of all time.
Yeah, and unfortunately nobody was excited.
Yeah, that's what happens when you run those 66s, huh? They forget about the 70.
I've seen the video from the stands, I've seen the video from the starting line, from the staging, pre-stage stage area. And I've seen it from various angles, and everybody was like, oh, okay.
That's the cruel nature of drag racing. Yes, many sharing your pain there. But that's amazing to turn the bike down and go 570. That was the world record for 6-7 years.
Yeah, and it did also good miles. It did 244. Again, on the left lane, which you need to be cautious. Everything went fine, breakdown area, and then we went back. We had the final. We knew that we won the championship, but relaxed. So we said, let's give it everything we can give it at the moment. So we gave ignition, went up on nitro percentage, made an aggressive clutch, but spun the tire, and we weren't able to do something better. But overall, a very nice and great weekend.
I would say so.
Yeah.
To win your second championship in year number 2, move up to number 2, is just staggering. What is next for Fast Filippou?
Next is to come to Valdosta in November, support the team, support Ian to have a good event like we did last year. Hope the conditions are good, because I heard it's not mid-November, you pushed it back close to the end of November, so I hope the weather is okay. That's the next target of the team, to come to US and have a good weekend like we did last year. Of course, my personal plans are for the next season we are going to do again the FIM Championship in Europe. They have announced again 5 rounds, which is a good championship when you get 5 rounds. There are rumors that they will give tier twice in June and August. We had a discussion a few minutes ago down at the starting area where we got our awards. I told you that it would be a great opportunity one day for all of us, instead of having us over there, bringing the top guys and the top bikes over here. You saw it, it's a good event.
It would be great if we could get the guys to do it.
If
Split up a container.
Yeah, split a container, find the sponsors, which they have, and bring the bikes in August. They will get 3 nice events: Hockenheim, Germany, which is in the F1 track, and it's an amazing show. The whole planet knows this event. The grandstands are twin. You have grandstands which are double stand. How do you call them? They can take a lot of people.
Sure.
They do a night event. Okay, it's not a record-breaking track, Hockenheim. You can still do 5s, you can still do good numbers on these bikes. It's very relaxing, long, straight. You don't worry about the shutdown area. If you combine Hockenheim and you get a good event in Tierp, which is a record track, and Santa Pod, which is also an amazing track. You see all the records came back this weekend in Santa Pod.
Sure.
The guys will enjoy it, and we will enjoy it, and we will have amazing 5-a-side runs for sure.
Well, we'll see if we can get those American guys to come over. We're talking to you, Dave Van Tine, Larry McBride, Chris Hand, Sam Wills, Mitch Brown, the whole crew. Let's split up a big container and bring them all over here, right?
Ian does it, Ricard did it a few times, Jaska, a few other people, the Beast.
We've got Chris Matheson from Australia talking about he'd like to do some traveling.
So it would be amazing if it happens also in Europe.
I agree. I am such a fan of your class. I think you guys have one of the greatest shows in motorsports. It's just a matter of getting you all together at the same time, and that's why the Man Cup finals are going to be so exciting down in Georgia. We got a lot of bikes coming, so it should be awesome. Phil, well, thank you so much. This has been a wonderful experience for your second championship and your European world record. Who would you like to thank?
Of course, as I told you, everything comes from the team. Without a proper team support, knowledge, and the guys around the bike to give you the confidence, you cannot do anything. You can only do an accident on these bikes. So everything goes smoothly if the bike and the whole crew gives you the confidence to do it. If the bike and people around the bike don't give you the confidence, then it can become scary. So, of course, I would like to thank first of all the whole team, Ian King personally, Debbie, his wife, Martin, Marius, Michael, Nick, and all the people around the team.
Congratulations, Fast Phil. Last thing I have to sneak in there. A lot of people are probably going to watch these videos and would like to try Top Fuel motorcycle someday. You're making it look easy in just 2 years. What's the best advice you could give those people who want to do this someday?
Find a way to ride a PXM or a funny bike. Start from there. Get in the sixes in the quarter mile. See how it feels, and when you are in the sixes, run quarter mile, not 1/8. I was never a fan of 1/8, although I know that some classes like it in US. I always liked quarter mile. This is how I started with bikes. I had nitrous bikes and funny bikes, and we've been down to 6.5s, and it was the right way to go felt to change to a Top Fuel bike. Some people like it, some people don't like it, some people get scared, but I think this is the correct way to do it. Go on a wide tire wheelie bar bike like a PXM or a funny bike, get it in the sixes, and then you have a little of an experience to jump on these bikes and see how it feels. This is the correct way. For sure, not jump directly on a bike like this.
That's good. Hey, you got quite a crowd out here. Hey, you guys excited for Fast Phil or what? Let's hear it for Fast Phil.
I'm making fun with my English.
You have great English. You did a wonderful job, my friend. I want to shake your hand. Congratulations. That was wonderful advice you gave everybody. And again, congratulations. You are just making this look too easy.
Thank you very much.
2 years, 2 championships, second quickest in the world. Enjoy this evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fast Phil taking home the trophy. Continuing to wrap up what was a dream weekend. Ian King, 10-time champion, now 2 with Fast Phil, and you're telling me 13 overall. What's that mean looking back on a pretty hefty pile of championships?
Well, as you probably know, none of this happens due to one person. So, I've had a great team around me from the start. We've learned a lot together, and we've been able to build on that. So we've had a great time. We've learned from our American cousins, and obviously with the Puma engines that I provide, along with Phil now. Phil's actually joined me at Puma. So now we're doing that stuff as well. So there's a lot going on there, a lot of know-how, and we're just benefiting from that.
Coming into this weekend, did you think you were going to see a 66 on the board, let alone 2 66s on the board?
I can't say I would have thought 2 66s on the board on consecutive runs, of course. But I mean, we know what these things are capable of, and when all the stars align and everything comes together, you get a good time. I mean, we all make an excess of power. There's not one Top Fuel bike that I know that's running well that can't run a 550 or even quicker. But it's just a question of putting that all together, getting it on the track, and getting the, should I say, the optimal package out of what you have.
Ian, you know how difficult this sport is, and it's almost scary how easy Phil is making it look. Phil's got some unbelievable natural talent, and I'm sure some great coaching. What do you attribute his quick success and quick rise to the top to?
Well, Phil built his own career through his own programs with the funny bikes, so he was used to running a slick tire bike, which is generally the big difference when you go from a street tire to a slick tire. That's a big change in your riding characteristics that you have to know. But the thing is, he was used to speed, used to running low 6-second passes anyway. But also Phil, he was very keen on buying my bike from me, but retaining the services of my extremely talented crew. So that's the point really. What he was buying into was experience and know-how, and he felt safe. So he knew that that bike was a safe bike. He could hold it full throttle, go down the track, without worrying about what was going to happen to him, but worry more about winning the race. So that's a lot of it. It's a lot about confidence and about the experience that people have around you. If you don't trust your crew, then you're not going to run quick.
You've always been a believer of running with one motor. Phil tells me you were able to make it through this entire season with one engine.
Yeah, but I think sometimes, some of my comments on this have been misunderstood. I think the big problem has been over the years is that a lot of aspirational top fuel bike riders have been scared by the costs of running in top fuel bikes. So they felt that it was necessary to do things in a certain way. And all I've ever tried to do is to tell people that you don't have to always have lots of engines, but if you do, that's a very good thing to have, because you can do it in your way, so you have a different race program. But the fact is, I want more people in top fuel bike, and I want them to realize that actually it's one of the most cost-effective classes there are to race in. And the fact is, you have to remember, is me sort of encouraging that ethos of, you don't need multiple engines, but it's good to have, is the fact that I actually benefit from the engines because I'm selling them. So for me to actually say, listen guys, if you want to start top fuel, you don't need to worry about investing a lot of money. That can come later on. But let's start off simple, just look at the routine that you run and run a different program to some of the other great guys around the world that have a different way of running their bikes, and that's it. Sure.
Is there a key to that longevity that you've been able to squeeze out of these things?
I think a lot of it's to do with how much time you spend, at looking at the data you're getting after every run, and a lot of good, should I say, out of race maintenance. There are a number of teams over the years that spend a lot of time at the race working very hard, but outside of the race they don't do a lot of work. So the fact is that most of our work is done outside of the race, as it is for most of the other top teams in the world. So it's about looking at what the bike's doing, what the bike's trying, as in Brian Johnson's terms, what is the bike telling you, and understanding what that really means. And again, learning from the experience of people that have done it before you. That standing on the shoulders of giants thing is quite apt in top fuel.
Well, congratulations. You guys had a dream weekend. You move up to second quickest in the world. The last thing I have for you is, now that the bike's got it, is that 550 barrier, is that something that's alluring to you? Is that something you guys want?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, well, not even 550. Obviously, we know if you do all the math with the bikes and the power they're making, it's all about transfer. These bikes are capable of a lot more than they're already doing, but it's a very tricky thing to do that. And again, it comes down to having all the stars aligned at the right time, having the right track, right air, and the right race conditions to do that. And there's so many people that can do it.
Congratulations. Who'd you like to thank?
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Number one, Gulf Oil, particularly Grand Prix Originals, all the guys, Mickey Thompson, JE, APE, all the guys that really help hard to make this race series for us much easier than it should be. And then after that, of course, now is the crew. I mean, we have really an awesome crew. They've been with me for a long time, and they are really great at what they do. They know what they do. We all get on well together, and that's an important thing, because a happy crew is a successful crew.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Another championship over here for King Racing and Fast Phil. Congratulations, Phil. And thank you, Phil, for showing CycleDrag some love across the pond. And congratulations to all the great sponsors on the Gulf Oil Top Fuel motorcycle team. It was a dream weekend. This crew's going to have a lot of fun at the banquet because they have a lot of positive memories to reflect on. And what an incredible talent Fast Phil is in just year number 2. He is certainly making it look too easy. Big things to come for this young rider. He is hungry, he is ambitious, and we'll see what's next. Possibly an attempt at a world record. We also want to thank John and Dee Morgan and congratulate them on this championship, and all the folks at J&E Automotive. Make sure you subscribe to CycleDrag on YouTube, like CycleDrag.com on Facebook. Hope you've enjoyed all of our coverage from England. More coming